We're talking about ways to stay in the game in dividend growth investing, keeping the momentum up. Again, I've been in this a long time. This is the most important thing in dividend growth investing, in my opinion, is staying in the game. Hey everyone, this is Ian from ppcian.com. I'm back with another video about dividend growth investing. I happen to be on vacation today, but I thought it would be really important to do a video about dividend investing because I'm always thinking about dividends. Whether I'm on vacation, whether I'm awake, whether I'm sleeping, whether I'm working, dividends always find a way into my thoughts. And this is important because I like to stay in the game. I like to always stay in the game, and that's what today's video is about. It's about my stay in the game strategy for dividend growth investing. Now, why is it so important to stay in the game? Dividend investing is very different, very different than other investing strategies because it requires one to periodically invest money over time into high quality dividend stocks. It requires persistence and dedication. It requires one to hold on to those stocks for the long term. And by long term, I'm talking 10, 20, 30 years. And it's not only about holding the stocks, but it's about investing more money periodically over time. This can be really difficult. In fact, I think this is the most difficult part of dividend growth investing. I think anyone can figure out how to pick a great stock. I think, or maybe not anyone, but most people, where it gets hard is the willpower. It's staying in the game. It's staying focused. And it's staying focused in the good times and the bad times. So think about it. In life, there are ups and downs. And especially in one's financial journey. Times when income is really good, times when income is not so good. And think about it. You might just get a bonus at work. Easy. Take the bonus, put it into dividend stocks, get that dividend income that keeps growing over time. One may find a even better jobs. So they didn't get a bonus, they left their job, they're making even more income. But then again, there's times when maybe you're between jobs. Maybe one leaves a high-paying job to go to a job that pays less income, but it's just a better fit. Maybe income doesn't even go down, but expenses skyrocket. Maybe there's a huge repair in one's home. Maybe one's life and family composition is changing, requires more income, more expenses to cover everything, which means less money left for investing. There are fluctuations. What I have found is whether it is a good time in terms of money or a bad time in terms of money, it's important to stay in the game because in one's journey for dividend growth investing, one is going to face both times, many times over, many times. And if the bad times are going to derail from the strategy, they're going to derail from the vision, it's going to be very difficult to have success in the world of dividend growth investing because fact of the matter is it's all about the compound interest. It's all about the snowball effect, the compounding. So how do I like to stay in the game? Well, I brought my notebook. I have 3 strategies that I want to share today. So the first is what I like to call psychological and symbolic investments. Even if the investment is inconsequential to my portfolio in terms of dollar amount, and I don't even like that word because I think every investment is consequential, whether it's small, big. Looking 20 years out, if I can compound $10 over those 25 years, I'm going to do it. That's great. But the fact of the matter is some people may say, hey, Ian, you do these small investments, you're going to have more records than it's worth. You're going to have more bookkeeping than it's worth. I disagree with that. I believe that an object in motion stays in motion. So I believe that an object that's staying still stays still. I like to keep that motion going. I like to keep that momentum going. The way I do that is by making symbolic investments. Even on a month where I don't have much disposable income to invest, if I can cut a check for $25, $50, I can do it in a way that doesn't have any fees. So I just did a video on YouTube about investing in dividend reinvestment plans with no fees for as little as $25 a month. Think about that. On a month where there's not a lot of disposable income, if I can just do that, it keeps me going. It keeps the momentum. It keeps me focused, and it keeps me in the game. I love that. I love it. It's so satisfying, especially thinking about it during a time when money's tight. Sometimes tensions can be higher. Sometimes stress levels can be higher. Just that action of being, wow, I have this strategy that's bigger than all of this. I have this strategy that 10 years, 20 years, 30 years from now is going to change everything. My future self is going to thank my present self, but it's going to take some time. Just that action of cutting that check, of doing that $25, it is motivating and it keeps the momentum. So it's huge, and I love it. That's pillar number one of my stay in the game strategy, and helps me keep dollar cost averaging into these great companies that pays great dividends over time. Pillar two, bookkeeping. If I imagine most people are like me, I get statements, I just put them away. I don't keep my books updated in real time because I've got a lot going on in my life, especially when it comes to this dividend stock portfolio. I do it in chunks. When I got some downtime, when I'm really interested in seeing how well I'm doing, I'll take all the statements and update my Excel portfolio. Well, when it's a down cycle, it's a great way to stay in the game. I don't have as much money to invest. I'm not thinking as actively about which stocks to invest in. Maybe it's better for me to focus just on bookkeeping. And so what I'll do during those times is I will literally open up my my Excel file, open up my file cabinet of my statements, and I'll just start inputting numbers, and it keeps me in the game, it keeps me focused, and it keeps me in the game of dividend growth investing. And quite frankly, what it also allows me to do in the game of dividend investing is by going into my records, by going into my books, I get to see the dividends, and I get to see how they've grown over time. And so that's very satisfying, especially during a down cycle where dividends might be a little bit lower. It's a down cycle. I could really enjoy seeing that progress, and it keeps me in the game. So pillar three, let's talk about it. We're talking about ways to stay in the game in dividend growth investing, keeping the momentum up. Again, I've been in this a long time. This is the most important thing in dividend growth investing, in my opinion, is staying in the game. Pillar number three is your side income. Is there something you can do at night, weekends, to generate a little extra income? Doesn't have to be a lot. Do you have a hobby that you could turn into income? Could you coach someone, tutor someone? Could you build a website maybe that has some income coming from it? Anything. Could you be a freelancer? Are you good at graphic design? Do a little consulting? Even if the income is real low, it's not much compared to your main job. Take all or most of that income, obviously after taxes, and put it into your dividend stocks. Again, it's symbolic, keeps it going, keeps the machine going, keeps you focused. So Ian Lopuck, ppcian.com. I'm here today discussing dividend growth stocks. Just as a disclaimer, I love dividend growth investing. It's a passion of mine. So these videos are just for your fun and entertainment. I have them on YouTube just to share my passion. I am not a licensed investment advisor. This is not investment advice. This is just for fun and entertainment. If you are going to go out and invest in stocks or financial instruments of any type, please consult a licensed financial advisor. Thank you so much for watching. Here's to all of us staying in the game of dividend growth investing for the long term. I will see you in the next PPC Ian dividend investing video.